Good morning, friends. How are you? Um, Ryan and I had a big day of rambling yesterday. I'll post the numbers of how far I walked, which is very exciting for me to feel as good as I do, to have walked as far as I did yesterday, and to make it back up the stairs to this apartment where we're a condo that we're sharing in the San Blas neighborhood of Cusco City, Peru. If you're just kind of like tuning in now, but this apartment is so high up these stairs, like the historic center of Cusco City, which was the ground zero for the Incan Empire, their capital city they spanned multiple countries down here. And so this apartment looks over the historic center. Just incredible. We got a really great value on it. It runs between $17-18 a night for this apartment that we share. It's got a couple of bathrooms and 3 bedrooms. It's very nice. Let's see. Kitchen, big old TV, streaming and stuff, Wi-Fi. But a challenge of it is very much getting to it because it's when the first time we climbed up the stairs, I had to sit down 6 times, making it from the bottom to the top because the air is very thin. The stairs are fairly steep, but just exhausting. And yesterday, even after a long day of rambling, I didn't have to sit down. I held onto the rail and breathed for a few times. And Ryan and I were actually chatting a little bit as we came up. So the couple of weeks that we've been here, I've really gotten so much stronger and healthier and capable. But what I kind of wanted to tell you about is if you're a YouTube subscriber of mine, I'm not sure how many of like shorts don't go to your email. Regular, the ones that go over, I think, a minute do. I hope I'm not flooding your email and driving you nuts. If I am, I'm really sorry. Please stick around. I'm learning how to do a lot of these things. I'm putting a lot of energy into content creating, and I'm going to show a little burst I had on YouTube because of all this effort. But, I want to clarify again. My goal is not to monetize YouTube, or monetize TikTok or try to grow big like that and actually monetize these platforms. It's just that for people who do have that energy and want to do that, I'm not putting it down. But what I am hoping to do is have my content reach people who are interested in it, people who could possibly benefit from it, people who might be curious, maybe they want to travel virtually. They might be interested in traveling more independent, but it makes them nervous. I understand. You can gradually see through my videos, different ways that we solve problems and things that I discover, and so much more than what you would experience if you came with a travel group, because usually there's a limited amount of time and they're going to focus on highlights, right, which is appropriate. And there's a lot of ways I kind of save some of the highlights for last, like the teaching places, the museums where I'll go and learn more. We may not even make it, probably won't, to the archaeological parts. This is near Machu Picchu, to the prime destinations. They're just not in our budget. So we'll do the best we can to see as much as we can from a distance through hiking and that kind of thing. And having just an amazing time in Peru. I'm really so I can't say enough about how much I like this destination. And while a lot of people to live along a set of stairs like this, like the access to this apartment is only by stairs. So you can't get here, by a taxi directly. You can take a taxi to the stairs above here, which is not nearly as many of them. But you carry your own trash out and you find a place to leave it. There's not an actual obvious, there are places where people do it. And we just kind of joined in on that, but it's all a little cryptic, the right way to do that, but it works out. So this particular location would be difficult for quite a few people, but for not so much more, you can stay down at a a more a flatter level. There's lots and lots of options, and I'm going to be posting about more of that. I've met some people going into these places, interviewing them, looking around, sharing that kind of in-depth travel information. So if Machu Picchu, if you've not heard of Machu Picchu before, take a look at it online. Like they only rediscovered Machu Picchu, this ancient, incredible complex, archaeological complex, um, like 60 years ago or something. It was uncovered. There's still much more to discover. They have to be very careful in some parts because things are kind of stacked on one another and risk of landslides and that kind of thing. Not to visit, but if they were to do more archaeological digging. But the whole region is full of these not only Incan remnants, but very much alive Incan culture that's carried through the ages. So you have Spanish influence, and then you also have Incan influence. You have medicinal plant use in history that's really understood and well known. You also have a plant medicine tourism growing thing, which I met a woman yesterday whose sister's been a shaman for a long time, and that's bothersome to the ancient wisdoms because it's not necessarily done with the reverence and respect and being treated more like, I don't want to go into that too much, but anyway, it's a fantastic destination, and I'm very excited that my YouTube's gotten a pop. I'm very happy about, like on TikTok, I haven't gained very many followers that are not Peruvians, and that's been okay. That's been wonderful. The Peruvians have been giving me all kinds of tips, and they watch my videos and they say, "Oh, you should try this with that," and "Oh, say this to somebody if you want them to bargain with you," or just all those kinds of things that are really fun to learn from locals. I'm having a great time over on TikTok, and I've been adding a lot to my Instagram. And again, I hope I'm not flooding you. I'm not trying to like show off or anything like that. I'm just trying to keep up with the content. I'm trying to put it out as fast as I'm recording it. And yesterday's adventure will include some amazing views of the Andes Mountains and some, I think, interesting observations of some towns we visited. So wherever I end up posting this, and if you do watch it till the end, which is not likely, but I appreciate you. I'm very grateful that you're here, and I hope you're happy and enjoying whatever you're doing wherever you are. And if I can be helpful to you, let me know, okay? Rambling Rhonda. Take care. Bye-bye.